night, however, when its lights began to glow faintly, it was like some ancient vessel with barnacled hull and figurehead, riding in the peace of a forgotten port. It was a spot which was rarely visited. There was no railway station, no floating population, and a stagnant birth rate. Even death seldom knocked at its doors, for the natives resented the mere idea of dying in such a delightful place. But local prejudice, which had discouraged the old gentleman with the scythe, was not strong enough to bar the triumphant progress of the motor bus. Denied passage through its streets, the reeling green monster dropped its fares just outside the village before it looped back to the London road. One afternoon in early summer, it brought a woman novelist from London, a thin, fashionable, attractive person who wrote sensational serials in order to live, although sometimes, when slumbering dreams stirred, she questioned their necessity. Although her high French heels seemed literally wrenched from city pavements, she had made the sacrifice in order to visit a friend, Joan Brooke, who was companion to a local lady. At the invitation of Lady Darcy, Joan's employer, the novelist had been entertained at the court, a massive, biscuit-hued Georgian pile surrounded with lush parkland and about a mile from the village. During their tea, they had both been conscious of mangled strands of friendship as they talked of impersonal matters. Each viewed the other from the detached standard of criticism. Joan thought her friend's lips suggested that she had been affectionately kissing a freshly painted pillar box, while the novelist considered that the girl had run to seed badly. But when they walked back to the village, they had been insensibly welded together in harmony by the waving beauty of the fields, ripening for hay and steeped in the glow of sunset. Joan's sunburnt face proclaimed the fact that she never wore a hat. But the novelist, too, took off her tiny mesh of crocheted silk without a thought of the set of her wave. Smoking as they sauntered, they entered the shady tunnel of the Quaker's Walk, half a mile of Chestnut Avenue. "Like it?" asked the novelist. "Love it." Joan's blue eyes glowed. "I know you think I'm buried, but this corpse hopes the trump won't sound just yet. I've never been so happy." "Pray it may last. Any social life?" "Tennis and garden parties later on. The 3 big houses are the Hall, the Towers, and the Court. The Court is ours. The squire lives at the Hall. The rich people of the neighbourhood live at the Towers, but they're always away." "Any men?" "2. The parson and Major Blair. The Major's a manly man, and he belongs to Vivian Sheriff, the squire's daughter. Vivian and I are the only girls here." The novelist raised her painted butterfly brows. "Let me get this straight," she said. "There's the Vivian girl and the biological specimen. That leaves you and the padre. What's he like?" "Rather a thrill. Big and black with a voice like a gong. You should hear him hammer and bellow on Sundays. But I believe he's the genuine thing." "Going to marry him?" Joan was conscious of a slight recoil, so that she had to remind herself of her former standard of modern frankness. "If he doesn't break away, I may," she replied. "After all, I've had to submit meekly to employers all my life, and I'd like to do some bossing myself for a change. Pearlie, can't you see me telling the cottagers to boil their potatoes in their skins and not to have any more babies?" "I'd believe anything of you, Brooke," remarked her friend. "By the way, what's your Lady Darcy like?" "Big and vague, and drifts about aimlessly. I've nothing to do but to act as some sort of anchor. I get a big salary, which I can't spend here,